Hey, thanks for tuning in to What's Good with Joanna and Michele. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we intend to do with this YouTube channel. I actually am a Master's of Business Administration. Gosh, it feels weird saying that out loud. But one of the things I wanted to do was to help our local entrepreneurs and artists thrive in our business environment here in Colorado. The Denver metro area is a huge hub for startup companies and small mom and pop type businesses, as well as just entrepreneurs that are young and pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. So we want to go ahead and promote that. So definitely tap into some of the entrepreneurs and artists that we're featuring. Hopefully you'll tune in and hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified for when we post videos. Hi everyone, as promised, we do have our featured entrepreneurs here today for the episode, and I would like to introduce you to Paul DePriest. He's going to tell you a little bit about what the nature of his businesses are. He's kind of the jack of all trades, and then we'll go into a little more detail about his businesses.
All right, so the first business that I actually am going to talk about is the one I have that I'm wearing, which is Books Over Bangin. What it entails is actually a lot of youth organization. Basically getting back to the youth, giving them different avenues of life, showing them that there's a different way of things. The next business is my life insurance business that I do own. That is basically giving them the opportunity to get the life insurance and the protection needed at a lower rate. And then my other one is my fitness business called 80/20 Training. And what we do there is we train athletes. We train anybody from the ages of 4 all the way up to 105 if they wanted to.
Dang. Well, how long have you been in business, all three of these?
Books Over Bangin will be hitting a year, actually just hit a year in September. 80/20 Training has been on and off for about 4 or 5 years now, and then my insurance business has been going on for about 2 or 3.
Awesome. So when did you actually figure out being an entrepreneur was a passion for you?
My dad was an entrepreneur, so he owned a business for 26 years. He was a mover. I was raised into that, lifting couches at 7 years old. And I just seen the way that being an entrepreneur actually showed, work-life balance. Mm-hmm. My dad made over $120,000 a year, but was at every single football game. So it was a way for me to be with my kids and my wife and show that, I'm still about business, the bills are handled.
Yes, definitely. You got a great role model. That's awesome. So how are you conducting business now that we're facing these challenging times?
A lot of things have changed. So with Books Over Bangin, for example, I'm partnered with a lot of different nonprofit organizations, like Families Forward Resource Center, The Struggle of Love, Grasp, things like that. And everything that we've done is virtual. So meeting
that's different.
Meeting up with people, we don't necessarily do that unless it's one-on-one. We're in the office with them, separated by 6 feet and whatnot. And then with my life insurance side of things, everything that I've been trying to do is virtual. So a lot of people have converted to the smartphones, being able to access Zoom, social media where you can actually pretty much FaceTime with each other. Mm-hmm. And I go over everything with them and then send them emails, they send them back as we're on, FaceTime or whatever. And then the fitness business, that really took the damper of things because we have group classes we ran, we had, athletes that would come in groups of 5.
Yeah. And
with that, we had to take time off because we had the gym we're contracted through, they shut down, so we couldn't really do that. Couldn't be on the football fields or in the basketball courts or whatever. So that took a big damper, and we're getting back into that, but it's working out. We don't do anything more than 3 people at a time now. Okay. And that's including the coaches and the kids.
So what? And you're doing the fitness things. You're still able to do inside, but just less people and spaced out more. Okay, that makes sense.
Now that they allowed us to open.
Yeah, I know. Because how long were you guys actually not able to function?
I would say 2.5, maybe 3 months.
Okay.
So everything, we started things virtually with that, and it didn't go well because a lot of people didn't have the proper equipment that they were planned to use. So we had to switch things up and then keep moving from there.
Well, that's awesome. I know definitely it's helping entrepreneurs be more innovative and having to figure out how to have things work now that things are different. But where can people find you? Like, do you have websites and things, which we will put in our description and bio for you? But tell us where people can find you and how they can find you.
I tend to do a lot of things that are like personal. I like connecting with people one-on-one and being able to speak to them face-to-face. So like my books over Bangin things, that one is more social media, because I know a lot of people, you know, they don't like talking about difficult topics, whether they're kids involved in gangs or whatever. So that one is like my Instagram is books over Bangin. It's attached to my personal, which is Paul80_20 training. And then my life insurance really is just, you know, been reaching out to me on my personal pages on my Facebook, like Paul Douglas DePriest on Facebook, and then as well as the 80/20, we have a Facebook page for that, which is 80/20 training, just on Facebook, and on Instagram, same thing. And then emails are the name at gmail.com.
Yeah. So. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing your entrepreneurial spirit with us. We definitely want to support all of our local entrepreneurs and artists. So definitely stay tuned if you want to see more about Paul DePriest, because I'm sure he'll be by at some point again down the road. And he's always going to be on our links on this video for you guys to go back to and reference if you're interested in books over Bangin, the 80/20 fitness, or the insurance venture. So definitely tune in, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we have our friend Evan Tarver here, and he's actually going to tell us a little bit more about his business and what his entrepreneurial venture is. We actually went to school with him in middle school, Maury Middle School, so circa 1990, what? 1997? 96, 97. So it's been a long time, but he definitely has some things going on that are good for us to promote and support. So Evan, tell us a little bit more about your business.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm actually a photographer. I run my own business, Eva Anthony Photography, and I mainly just specialize in portrait, families, wedding, landscape, a lot of travel, landscape, and actually working on doing a lot of underwater photography as well. So
I saw a little bit of that. And then you're doing some of the 360 shooting too, right?
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Trying to take it out there, just expanding each way I can. But you know, that's definitely it's making this move. So I'm pretty happy and excited about that.
That's awesome. And so tell us a little bit more about how long you've been interested in photography. How long have you been in business?
I've been in business about 3 years. I started photography about 4 years ago. And it's just something I picked up. Just bought a camera one day, and I was like, I'm loving this. And, you know, became real passionate about it, and here we are now.
Oh, so, that's awesome. Because that's actually was my next question, was like, how did you find out it was your passion? And tell everyone a little bit more about your mission and your vision statement you sent me, because I thought that was definitely key.
Oh, okay. You know, just I can't draw or anything like that, so I figured, you know, I can create my own art with my own images, you know, and getting that out there. And there's just so much in a photograph as far as art and just storytelling. And I just thought I had a real good gift at that, so it's like, hey, let me see what I can do with that.
Has your business had to change now that we're kind of dealing with this whole craziness of quarantine and things like that?
Actually, business has been pretty good. I just did a couple of graduation shots.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And did a family
Class
photo
of 2020.
shoot. There you go. So did a photo shoot and did a wedding. So, you know, the business is still going good. I know the pandemic kind of slowed things down for a little bit, but overall throughout the summer, you know, it's been back on track. So
that's good.
I'm thankful and can't complain.
Good. That's good to hear. So tell us a little bit about where people can find you and connect with you if they are interested in your photography services.
You can find me on my main page on Facebook at EA Tarver. I also have an Instagram page, and that's Evan_Lion, Lion_8, and my website, Evan Anthony Photography, at Evan Lion Wixsite. .com/photography.
Perfect. And we are going to go ahead and link all of those into the description of your episode.
Okay.
So people know where to find you. So thanks so much for being a part of our YouTube channel, Evan. It's good to catch up with you. And definitely tune in next week for more entrepreneurs.
Thank you.